So today on Messy with Missy, I get to talk to my friend Ryan Potts. And God, he's a man of many jobs, got a lot of stories to tell. And we're going to talk about a lot today, mental health, life, shits and giggles, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Gets us through the day. So
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you what got like I know you wanted to join here you tell your story.
My
You
story?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm a guy that is a nice person. I've always been a nice person. I like other people. I like sharing. Um, I think it's great to be kind to your neighbor. That
Yeah.
pretty much sums it up. That's who I am.
And did you have a job at the Border Patrol?
A long time ago. No, no, no. No. I had I took some courses and they were on the border.
On the border.
And they were just like, they like it was on the
That's a
border,
lot
and
of
then they were
training
like,
though.
what, why don't you
Went
guys
through a lot
walk
of
around and
training.
make sure everything is safe while you're
Yeah,
learning? So that's just it, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
But you did a lot of training in your life, right?
Yeah, like a lot of, like I was saying before we started, like a lot of zero and hero moments. So like
Yeah.
um I would be honest with you guys, most of it's been zero moments, but occasionally I've had a couple of hero moments. I'm coming into a new hero moment pretty soon. um it's pretty awesome when I have these little hero moments, because like I'm pretty humble at this point in my life, and a lot of people are like, they maybe forget that I can be a good guy and do cool shit. So yeah, it's nice to have that happen.
Well, I know that I've been friends with you for about 6, 7 years now, and every
Wow.
post that you post on Facebook is very positive. It always like uplifts us and makes us happy for the day. You're very positive.
Yeah, I've gotten better. Like I'm not ashamed of my past at all. But like if I go back and look at the posts that I made in my past, I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? I can really read myself like a book. And like I also wasn't as healthy mentally as I am now. And it is what it is. But we all are, like we are literally being ridden, we're riding the tide of times right now. And like these times are pretty crazy, and like it's really hard not to be affected by them. So 2020, 21, 2022, like it all affected me pretty harshly, but like I healed from it all, and now I'm like, bring on 24, whatever you got. We're new world
Yeah.
order.
Yeah. 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 Bring it. We got it. Yeah. We got it.
Yeah, I ain't worried.
Exactly. I think actually after, even yeah, exactly all those years, we're ready for anything, right?
Right.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what gets you through, like you said, you don't have a bad day, but you might have a bad like hour moment.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier. So like I used to have like even a bad decade. Then I would have like bad a year or years. Like then maybe like bad months or something would set me off. Like, you know what I mean? Like a breakup, all those kind of things. Now, like I'm down to a bad hour.
Yeah.
I get over things so quick now. Like I almost wonder if, like, I know I'm perfectly sane, but like I think I'm a little bit crazy, which is really good. So
Yeah.
like I heal super quick. I like, even when people give me the bullshit, even people that love me or like claim, oh, it froze.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's okay. We're back now.
Okay. Did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't. It briefed out for about maybe 10 seconds.
Okay, did you catch the gist of what I said there?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I forget what I said.
So maybe like talk about oh gosh. Like I'm intrigued about the border. Like when you worked at the border?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what that was, I had a friend who did all that like Eskrima stuff,
Yeah.
and like it was like that stuff is really, really cool, by the way.
Oh,
Like unbelievably cool. It's so underrated. But everybody's just like, oh, jujitsu, 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 you know what I mean? So like whatever. Um, but yeah, Kali's cool. Anyway, so I had a buddy who was a Kali instructor, and he knew I was super hype about everything that's military. I've always been hype about everything that's military. That's just who I am. And yeah, he got the opportunity to go and study tracking, and he wanted to bring me along. So we went done tracking with this old man named David. He was in the South African, like the Selu Scouts. They're
Oh wow.
pretty world, yeah, they're pretty famous. He was an officer in the Selu Scouts. To be honest with you, he and I didn't get along. It wasn't a very good experience. Like I was down there on his dime because it was a business opportunity for him as well as me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't personally like him very much, and I guess he didn't like me as well. That happens. So I went to his competition within, I think, about a month, and I was training with them, and a lot of, just the drama and the politics of all this stuff. Like literally, it's too long to even explain, but they all know each other and blah blah blah. I somehow got tied into it, but anyways, yeah. So all it was tracking. So it was human tracking, and whenever people think of tracking, they think of canines,
Yeah.
And yeah, dogs do a really good job. They really, really do. But like
For our son
pros
passed
and
away, it was
cons.
the same thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, pros and cons. Like I can't tell you how many times I was on patrol in the reserves or in the reg force and I seen footprint. Well, not in the reg force because by that point I had been trained to track, but seen footprints, and I just assumed those footprints in the field were from a previous exercise. And like they were fresh. I know enough now to say, wait a minute, if I recognize them that clearly, those were really fresh. You know what I mean? Um, and I remember too, like the different various weather conditions and stuff like that. But generally speaking, like, no, 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 that wasn't just something that you would assume was something. That was recce patrols taking a look at us, right? At a minimum, if not our instructors or the officers or something like that. So like, it really changed my perception of the battlefield at that point. So that's just what it was. It was just tracking, and what we would do is just to give everybody out there the gist of tracking, if you want to
Yes.
learn tracking, wait for winter.
Oh,
That's it.
that's it.
And if you're not a complete moron, you will learn the basics of tracking by just looking at tracks in the snow. It's just that simple. And what'll be really interesting is that you won't lose them too often in the snow, but you will lose them. And that's when you become trackers, when you just rediscover the old track line.
Oh
Because
wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Because when you're tracking in somewhere that's a little bit more difficult, like a desert or even in an urban environment, because we did do tracking in an urban environment, like you're always lost. You're always looking for the line again.
Yeah.
Almost always. Sometimes you're running and then boom, you've lost it. And if
Oh
anybody is a tracker, they know how to beat a tracker. So they'll be doing everything they can to beat a tracker. And it won't be all the silly stuff that everybody thinks. It's just very common sense, like
yeah.
walking on hard pack. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, it was really cool stuff. Like basically the principle of it is like form up like a scorpion, so to speak.
Yeah.
Uh maintain good control of the patrol. Your head is always going to be down, so everybody else's head has got to be up on a swivel. Because it's very dangerous being a tracker. Anybody that
Oh,
tracks
for
on their
sure.
own or tracks in a small team is so dangerous. Like lots of guys, Customs and Border Patrol, got killed tracking people. Right, all you got to do is loop around or whatever, or if you miss a track, or they see you coming, there's all kinds of things that can happen. Right, like I said, you're looking down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's only one way to track; it's to look down. So you can keep looking up and stuff like that, but essentially it's your job to follow the track. So you follow the track, and you start to determine the age of the sign based on, you need to know your environment. You can't
Yeah.
just fly to some other country and just pretend that you can guess how old the sign is. But like as you spend more time in that environment, you learn more about the sign. So like whatever you're following, from track to blood to food, apple cores, whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can start to age this sign, and everything gives you indications of this, and also indications of your target, right? So or your prey, if you will. And so you're going after these guys, and yeah, that's the gist of it, is you're closing the time distance gap. So
Oh wow.
essentially when you first show up on a site, you make sure nobody can, the first thing everybody's going to be doing is contaminating the site, because everybody's an idiot because nobody's been taught how to track, so they're going to be walking all over.
Yeah.
Right, they teach police the basics of this from the get-go because they can't have them fucking them up for forensics, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
essentially speaking, like, it's really ironic. When I was in the reg force, I was really having a bad career, mental health stuff. But as a trained tracker, everybody they were looking right through me, but
Yeah.
I could have helped. They actually deployed my unit looking for a lost civilian who had
Oh.
gone out into the bush in New Brunswick, and
Oh.
like everybody went out. And I honestly, like, if I was on good terms with my unit, I could have. I doubt I could have saved the man, but I could have fucking done something.
Yeah.
And and it's just, but anyway, they never found him.
Oh,
Wolf food or whatever.
yeah. What's your crazy experience that you've had during that?
Um, I don't know. Not really.
Or your
Oh,
most
I would say the wildlife.
unsettling one, or
Oh, the wildlife for sure.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wildlife. Yeah. 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 And that
Everybody always forgets, right? They think danger. They think like, oh, the enemy bullets. There's so many more than that. Like in Afghanistan, guys fell off the side of mountains, fell into river, and were never recovered. You know what I
oh
mean?
wow.
Like you can
Yeah.
fall off a mountain in the dark, right? And that
Yeah.
can happen in Petawawa. Anyways, oh, or not a mountain, but you know what I mean,
Yeah.
right? Anyways, yeah. So, just the rattlesnakes and like those little red ants, those fire ants.
Oh, fire ants. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard about them.
Oh man, those things are so mean. They are
Yeah.
so mean. Those
I've
things are
never
from
experienced
hell.
them, but I've heard about them. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to take off my clothes, my pants anyway.
Oh
Like,
wow.
yeah,
Oh
in the
wow.
desert on patrol.
Oh
I'm like
wow.
pants off. Like they were inside my pants at that point. It's so dangerous because what'll happen is if you step even near them,
Yeah.
all of the colony, like all this red will start coming to you.
Oh shit.
Like they're like violent. They're like, can you imagine taking on a giant? They're like, I don't
Oh
care.
yeah. No. Yeah.
I
They
don't
don't
care.
care. Yeah. They're like,
They're like,
I'm
fuck
on.
this guy.
Yeah.
He's
Fuck them.
way too close to our queen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty hype. Yeah. And then the rattlesnakes, right? Like, so many times in life, man, I get hyped up in the field and I'm like moving a little too fast. And when you
Yeah.
move fast, you make a little too much noise. Anyways, moving a little too fast during mating season in rattlesnake country can be dangerous. I was with this guy, he's a really nice guy. He was a firearms instructor for I guess California Highway Patrol. I don't know, something like that. Not Highway Patrol. I don't know. California, who knows?
Yeah.
State Patrol, whatever, right? They got so many of those units. And yeah, so me and him were out on a flank position up on a hill. And we were both of us were kind of moving kind of fast, bounding. And like, yeah, we were a little close to each other. And both of us he almost stepped, this would happen. He almost stepped on the rattlesnake. And then I was running up around him and he was like, stop. And this thing went to the size of a soccer ball.
Oh wow.
Like whoop, it was ready to pounce. But like honestly, like snakes get a bad rap. I've met so many snakes in the field, and like I'll be honest with you, like you talk about spirit animals and stuff like that. Like I've never had a problem with a snake in my whole fucking life. Now I
Oh
know there's a
wow.
lot of dangerous snakes,
Yeah.
right? And like every species has its asshole.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like your cousin or whatever. So like some of them are going to be dicks, right? I've never met a dick snake, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's
Just a,
good.
yeah, just a snaky human,
Yeah.
but not a dick snake.
Yeah.
So
And what's your best experience that you've experienced during the border patrol?
what's my what?
Best experience.
Um.
Or like most like one that you're like, "Oh, that was a good one."
Oh, I know what it was.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. FTX for final training exercise for the course, the advanced portion of the course,
Yeah.
and the instructor like was basically who we were supposed to be hunting, and he just went out for a walk like hours before we did, and like yeah, he was just chilling up against trees, having naps and stuff like that, which is a little bit dangerous in the bush, by the way, because that's exactly when
Yeah.
lions and tigers and bears go sit beside you, right? But anyways, yeah, we were out. We were all in an extended line. We were crossing a soft, sandy dirt road, which was a big obstacle, as you know. And everybody was pushing up the hill, up the road, and I saw birds move. Oh, fuck yeah. Now, there's a lot of people that know me as a soldier. There's some people that know me as a good soldier, some people that know me as a pretty fucking good soldier. There's some people that know me as a pretty shitty soldier. And there's some people that know me as the worst soldier they ever met. I'm going to be honest with you, any one of those people will be all right. Right, depending on what time they might have met me,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, I knew where he was. And I ended that exercise, and I'm the one who like humbly, you know what I mean? Everybody does good. I did a lot of stupid stuff. I dropped a radio, okay? You know what I mean? I had to go back and get it in the nighttime, okay? So like I'm not perfect. But yeah, it was me who found him. So, and it wasn't always me who found him. Some of my boys found him too, right? Like when it was other exercises and stuff, but that was FTX. And, finishing that was completing the course. And it was like, okay, we get to go home. It's not going to last another 4 hours, right? So,
I'm sending you my love right now. Yeah.
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 Thank you. So, yeah.
And you're just like, so when you, like you say, you don't have any bad hours, you don't even have a really bad day. What pulls you out of that?
Just constant positivity.
Yeah.
And then like I remember when I was at my worst, there was a lot of people that cut me out of their life, and like I really hurt. You know what I mean? But again, a lot of that was ego, and it was like had to do with like the fact that I hadn't dealt with like the childhood issues of like abandonment issues and stuff like that, right? So like yeah, I would have a real hard time with all of it. But now I just got to the point where constant positivity kept on feeding me more and more positivity, and I started to get to the point where now I'm the guy who's cutting people out. And like, I really feel bad to cut them out, but they're being stupid.
Well, yeah, if they don't do it
Yeah.
benefit your life in a positive way,
Right.
there's no point of having them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're hurting themselves and they're trying to bring everybody down with them with their shitty attitude.
Yeah.
I have so little time for it. So
Yeah.
little time for it. Like
Yeah.
I will guillotine that shit so fucking quick. I don't care if you're my blood brother. Like we're over. Like you know what I mean? This is my survival technique,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm really good and I can help other people. But like, I always thought I would be the type of entrepreneur that would like never fire anybody. And I would consider it a failure to lose anybody.
Yeah.
I'm now in my middle age realizing, even though I'm not an entrepreneur yet, that if I ever am that man I'm supposed to be, that yeah, you fucking guarantee I'm going to fire people.
Yeah.
If they're bringing that poison into my place and
Yeah.
hurting my people with their fucking lies and their wickedness and their negativity, they'll be so fucking gone. They'll be gone as legally fast as possible.
Yeah.
That's how fast they'll be gone.
Oh, I hear
Oh, I got a spider fucking. Sorry, he's gone. I'm
you.
outside. I'm away from the house. Oh, by the way, I got battery, but yeah, we're good.
Yeah, positivity is good.
Mm,
Negativity is not good, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So you want to rid that negativity, and you know that, right? Every day when you, yeah. And as you get older, it's true, right? You kind of weed those people out,
Well,
you
they're
know?
hurting people.
Yeah.
They're hurting people. They don't even realize they're doing it. They're hurting themselves, obviously, which is
Yeah.
fine. Welcome, all the power to you. It sucks
Yeah.
if you're a parent, or even if you have a pet, or even if you're taking care of a plant, because
Yeah.
all of them deserve better than that,
Yeah.
right? But if you are all alone and you're feeling sorry for yourself, have fun with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you start trying to bring everybody down to your level, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself hard.
Yeah.
You're not a part of this. You're not a part of this community. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I slingshot you out into the forest, pal. You know what I mean? That's my attitude. I've gotten so fucking cold about it. But otherwise, like that's it. That's it for the darkness. You know what I mean? I'm so full of love otherwise, you know?
No, you are. You are. I always say too, like, you're very positive. Every
Mm,
day on your Facebook, you're very positive because you go out in the day and you find, even if it's something to do good for somebody else, right? Or like finding love
yeah.
and like, yeah, no, you're
I'm
you're
trying. I got so much improvement.
you're doing good. You're doing great. You
No, I got to be
Mental
more
health is
generous.
like a roller coaster, right? It's up and down, it's up and down, and you're doing really good.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm getting, here's the point. This is what matters. And
Yeah.
this is where you'll agree with me. I'm getting better every day.
Yes, you are.
You're getting better every day.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how far we have to travel. All that matters is we face in the right direction. We own up to our mistakes. We take responsibility for them. We don't blame other people. We don't blame society.
Yeah.
No matter how much they played a role, we played a role too. And we take response. As soon as that happens, the whole world changes. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thank you so much for doing this podcast with me.
Oh,
And
thanks for having me. It's nice to be.
yeah,
Yeah. I
I
haven't
think,
been on one in a long time. I used to do these all the time.
yeah, and we'll do another one too. You
Sure,
know what? You know what? Whenever you want, right?
sure.
I think it's good with mental health that the fact that you struggle with mental health and you're such in a positive place right now, right? And you have been for a long time.
Again, yeah. You know what? Like, I really got to correct you.
Yeah.
Like you say, I struggle with no. It's over.
Yeah.
It's
It's over
over.
now.
I'm out of the tunnel. And like, yeah, okay, hard times will come, but like, it's over. If I was going to be succumbing to mental health, it would have happened a long time ago. I found my reasons to live,
Yeah.
and all of this is borrowed time. I'm on so much borrowed time. And the beautiful part is that I am ready to die too. Like, I'm not lying about that. It's not that I want to, because there's so much I enjoy about being alive,
I
you
think
know?
I understand what you're saying is that when my son passed away, before him, I was afraid to die.
Yeah,
But after him, I'm not afraid to die.
cool.
Death is gonna happen, right?
Yeah, I actually think that's probably my own belief based on what you told me. My intuition would tell me that that's his influence on you
Yeah.
post death. I think that he's been either seeing you in dreams, or his energy is around. See, this is what people don't understand, and it pisses me off entirely. Um, Everybody's so stupid, and you're going to get this in a second, okay? Like, science and religion are not at odds. It's the same thing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If if I showed you an animal you've never seen before and it tried to eat you, it'd be a monster. If
Yeah.
I named that animal, if I took pictures of it, if I put it in a zoo, and if you were raised with it in the zoo since birth, it's now a bear, right?
Yeah.
So, like, everybody forgets, you know what I mean? People forget how magical our world is, how mystical our world is. They forget about the divinity of it all and the sacredness of this beautiful place, because they take everything for granted, you
Yeah.
know? And
Exactly.
it's like, what a joke, you know? Like, speaking on your son's passing, by the way, we were taught of the three elements, solids, liquids, and gas.
Yeah.
There's always been four elements. And 99.9% of our universe is the fourth element, plasma. As far as I can tell, and as far as the people that I learn from are can tell, the soul is plasma. That's science. Like, quantum physics is about to prove the reality that God exists, that souls exist. We've always known this. And these liars have tried to tell us it's not true. And then Christians try to tell us that science wasn't true. It's like saying, oh, I put a map of this land, so now the land is no longer amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
People are that stupid. Scientists are that stupid.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's hard not to be mad about it. You know what I mean? So you can see
I
I'm
know.
not a healed human, because I get so fucking pissed off at people's stupidity. They really are so stupid. You know what I mean? And how many times did people tell you that there's nowhere, you just don't go anywhere when you die or whatever, and then your son passed away and you know it's not true?
Yeah, no, that's true too, because I think that everybody has their own belief. Where I know when my son passed away, he gave me a lot of signs that I already know that, and I've seen signs before him that I know when I pass away, I'm going somewhere. I'm going to see him, so they can tell me what they want. I know what I believe in. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, I'm passionate about this shit, but I get pretty ticked off sometimes, you
No,
know?
I totally
It's my
understand.
style.
I
I got a lot of see, the thing is, I got a lot of anger, right? I just use it
yeah,
productively now, right?
yeah.
All
No,
that
that's a good
all
way.
that passion and shit is still there. And
Absolutely.
by
No,
the way,
absolutely.
I have got a few interesting yeah. A lot of us do. A lot of us do.
We have to do podcast too, because I think we have only 2 minutes left or 7 minutes left. I think it's saying.
Yeah, it's 7:45.
Yeah. So do you want to end anything by saying like helping anybody in your situation?
Okay, yeah, I guess if I
Not
was
in
to
your
sum up, I'd say,
situation now because you're in a good place now. But I mean when you were at your place when you were at the hardest, you know?
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So what I would like, if I was to sum up and give people advice, I would just say, like, first off, you got to find a reason,
Yeah.
right? My buddy, when he was overseas, his wife was cheating on him and spending all his money every tour, and like sleeping with other men in
Oh,
his bed while his baby was downstairs, not being fed, by the way,
oh,
probably danger of burning down the house. I said, how did you do it? He said, my son. You know what I mean? So you've always got to find your reason. For me, it was my mother's love slash guilt. And
yeah.
also, I'm a soldier, right? So, like, I thought to myself, why would I shoot myself in the head as a soldier? I'm a trained soldier, and there's so many battles out there. There's so much places I could die serving. And like,
Actually,
if I wanted to serve in
can
the
I stop
Ukraine
you?
on either
I
side, I
don't mean to
could,
cut
right?
you off for a sec, Ryan, but because we do have a little bit of time to talk about, have you ever thought about suicide at all to
Oh,
help?
fuck yeah. Yeah.
Okay, no,
Oh
that's
yeah, 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 yeah. I
okay.
was like all the time. But like, again, right? Like, a soldier doesn't need a bullet unless he's surrounded.
Okay. That's good to
That's
know.
what pisses me off about all these Navy. Like, I'm passionate. This is what
Yeah.
pissed me off about all these special forces guys and all these guys that made it so high and have beautiful wives, daughters, and they do it. I'm like, you know, man, all these people that are holding on and these Navy SEALs and stuff do this. I'm like, it really angers me. And everybody thinks that, it just goes to show you, you know what I mean? You don't know what somebody's made out of. And they
Yeah.
might have been made of something real tough a couple of years ago. But
Yeah.
like that's why the man I am now, if people wanted to judge me for who I am and the mistakes I made, all the power to them. But like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you can't stop me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like as far
Yeah.
as
It's
I'm
like,
concerned, the man that I am today.
remember we
Yep,
said earlier, we're unstoppable, right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I can tell you right now, I know with the like I'm saying this humbly, but I know based on the fact that I've seen better men than me end their lives or women, right?
Yeah.
That on this given day, I'm a better man than they are or a better person because I'm not quitting on my family and the people
Yeah.
that love me. When people love you, it's not your life.
Yeah.
All these people that are quitting, they're quitting on all the people they love. All these people are just holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
You asked me if I thought about suicide. That's actually a bad question. Everybody's thought about suicide. I don't know anybody who hasn't, right? The
You're
question is how
absolutely
many
right.
people have stood on the edge and actually put one foot off. That's more a better question. We've all been pushed to the edge mentally when people start planning it and carrying a bullet and you know
I'm
what I
proud.
mean?
I'm proud of you for still being here.
Yeah, thanks. Oh man, I'm gonna be
Really
here a
proud of
long
you for
time.
being here.
I'm gonna survive Armageddon.
Proud of you for putting your positive posts on Facebooks and inspiring everybody every day.
Mm,
That's, keep doing that, right?
thank you.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, we didn't even get to
You're
tell.
loved by many. You're loved by many.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. You know what? I don't even know it. I don't even feel it. And honestly, I don't even really care, but I do appreciate it.
I hope you feel it.
Yeah, I a little bit, a tiny bit. I kind of try not to pay attention because, it's so easy to get cocky,
Yeah.
right? And like, I'm
But
about to
feel
start to,
loved. When you feel down and somebody reaches out to you and feel and like extends their love and their heart, feel it. Accept it and pull it in.
oh yeah, I know. I do. I do. I just, I don't want to be like that Gary, Vaynerchuk guy, just so hyped up on life that I'm missing out on the goodness. But that is a little bit me. Like, um, yeah, I can't pay it too much attention
Yeah.
because I'm so focused. I'm 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 gonna do my best to change this world for the better. Yeah.
And every day that you wake up and you go out and you talk to people and you treat them the way that you do, you are. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. For sure.
exactly. It's your whole output on life when you wake up, right?
Yeah, for sure. The most important okay, so to sum up to people,
Yeah.
they gotta find their reason to live.
Yeah.
And everybody's got a reason. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they gotta realize they're pouting and they're feeling sorry for themselves.
Yeah.
Okay? They've got to realize they're being negative and they're making excuses.
Absolutely.
Okay? They've got to realize that no matter how many people harmed them, even if they were, God forbid, physically raped, the worst case scenario, you've got to get over it. It sucks, but you've got to move on.
Find a
You've got to
purpose
put it
and
behind you.
live. Yeah. Live for
Right,
every day. Yeah.
right. It's over. It happened.
Yeah.
So whenever, like, this is important too. People are suffering from depression or haunted by their past. People that are suffering from anxiety are haunted by their future. Both
Yeah.
of those situations are both out of the control and also not in the present moment. Both of them keep people from living in the present moment, which is hell.
Yeah.
And when
Exactly.
we die, if we die in that state, we probably remain in that state for a little while, right?
Yeah.
So just to enjoy heaven, you can start
Absolutely.
enjoying heaven now. And that's by living with joy and love in your heart and
Absolutely.
looking up and noticing how beautiful the sky is and
Yeah.
noticing the
Like you
kind.
right now, you're outside. Look up. Yeah. Exactly. Like,
Oh, I have to be outside.
yeah. The beauty in every day, right? The smell of the fresh air.
Hmm.
You know.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, and then so you got to find your reason, um, and then yeah, you just got to start kicking ass. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Kicking
you
ass.
got to
I
be
like that.
authentic,
Yeah.
no matter what it is, right? Like
Kick
whatever you
fucking
want to
ass.
do.
Yeah.
Like most people, they know what they want to do. They know
Yeah.
what they want to do. They're
Yeah.
like, I always wanted to play the drums. Go learn the drums.
Yeah.
It's not too late. Like there's
Exactly.
so everybody's got their own thing, their own formula, and everybody's problems are different. Everybody's experience, everybody's trauma is different. You got to figure out your shit. And here's the last point. Everybody knows the answer to their own problems. When Abraham Lincoln was losing the war, the rebels were coming up. They were about to kill him. They were kicking ass. They were. You know what I mean? They were taking and holding ground, right? Despite the fact that they didn't have as much men, as good equipment, right? They were doing well, right? And Abraham Lincoln was scared shitless. You know why? Because just like today, he didn't know what was coming. So he called a friend in from Pennsylvania, not for advice, to listen to himself talk. You know why? Because the answers were inside of him. So that's what people need to remember. And I think we're out of time.
I love you very much.
I love you too.
Thank you so much for this opportunity to do the podcast with you. And we're going to do number 2 soon.
Sure.
Have a great night, hon.
Peace.
Bye.